Hi, today I'm going to show you how to create your own customized number formats in Microsoft Excel. Whilst there are many preloaded formats in Excel, sometimes it's nice to step away from the norm and create your own formats that suit a particular report or a particular company. So here I have 6 rows of positive, negative and 0 numbers with no format, and taking each row at a time I'm going to apply a different number format. Now, number formats consist of 3 parts. That's the positive format, the negative format, and the format for a 0. And each part of the number format is separated by a semicolon. So highlighting the cells to the format, I can right click and I can select format cells. And the format cells menu pops up, which you're probably familiar with. And ultimately you've got your number formats, your preloaded date formats, time, percentage, fractions. They're all the preloaded ones there. But if you click on the custom option, you can see and edit all the preloaded formats. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start off by selecting an existing format, and we can edit that, and that is not going to replace this format. That's just going to basically, whatever you create in a format, it's going to basically create a new format down the bottom of the list, so you don't have to worry about deleting formats. It's just going to, you're just using it as a tool for editing and obviously creating your own. So we're going to start off with a simple pound sign, and we just literally add a pound sign at the start of a, and I'm going to add a space, and I'm going to start my negative numbers, and I'm going to give them a blue color. Most people obviously use or tend to use the red, which is, I must admit I do as well, but I just wanted to show you that you can put different colors in there. You can put blue, green, yellow, red, black. If you don't put anything in, it will just remain black. So again, I'm going to put a space again after up for my negative numbers. I'm going to put brackets around them, and they're going to be blue. And for my 0, if I have a 0 in my format numbers, I'm just going to have a dash, and I'm going to again put a space here, and I'm going to show you why. So if I click on OK, the format is applied to the numbers, and as we expect, the negative is in blue with brackets and the 0 is a dash. Now when numbers are in columns, the reason why I put a space at the end of each format there was this is a standard pound kind of format, and as you can see, if you're using brackets in a report, it can throw the alignment of a number out, and depending on what you're looking at, depending on the amount of numbers on a sheet, some people just like things to be aligned up, and so that all the zeros are kind of almost in the same column. So by putting a space, if I select these now, format these cells, and select the format that I've just created, which is this one here, you'll see that the bracket, the space, basically means that the positive numbers are pushed out a bit more. And so when you're looking at a lot of numbers, it just sometimes makes the report look a little bit better. You don't have to use it, but it's, again, it's just showing you that you can put a space in, in front and behind numbers to give them, a bit of alignment. The second row will create a percentage format. Now, whilst they're all, some of them are preloaded, again, some of them are not great. So you can select a preloaded one here, and what we're going to do is just put a percentage sign on the end. Again, we're going to put a space. This time my negative number will be red, and I'm going to still have my negative numbers in brackets, and for 0 I'm going to put a dash again. So again, I can apply that, and I've got a percentage format. The third row is for if you're dealing with a lot of high value numbers, and you're not really interested in the odd pounds, and the you're looking at thousands, and you've got a lot of numbers that are thousands, and you want to show, in this case, say 5.6k, but you don't want to change the number or divide it by 100. You just want to show it. So you can format the number, and it's easily done. So if you, again, by right clicking, go to custom, and we'll bring up the format that I created for the first format, this one here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a point there, so we have a to one decimal place. I'm going to put a comma, and that basically tells it, and I'm going to put a K here because that's what I want to show to represent 5.6k, and I'm going to do this for the negative as well. I'm going to put a comma, and the comma just basically means that now Excel recognizes that as a 1000 format, and I'm going to click OK, and now I've got a 5.6K format that basically I'm not changing the number, so the number up here is still 5,600, so you haven't got to change the data coming into a report. And again, if you're playing with really big numbers, you can again use the same principle for a million. So again, if I find my first one, I can put a point, and then I can put 2 commas, and I can put an M. And again, I can change my negative, 2 commas, and an M. And there you have again a number that is formatted. The number stays the same, but the format obviously from a reporting point of view shows a lot different. And again here, if you're dealing in pounds and dollars, you can just put a pound and a dollar in front of a formatted number. But if you're dealing with, say, maybe some of the more less common currencies, and you're dealing with, let's say, Danish kroner, you can put, instead of having a symbol, you can just put in speech marks the abbreviation of the currency code. And here again, let's say that we'll have blue for the negative, and by putting speech marks here, my number should be then formatted to DKK, and that's quite handy for some of the the more obscure currencies. And here, just really highlighting the kind of the use of the speech marks on custom formats is that you can use it for anything. So again, I can take this here and I can put up, and for my negative numbers, I can put down. And that creates another format that some people, depending on your report, you might need. So that's it. That's how you create custom number formats. They're all the number formats that you can scribble down. I hope you found this useful. You can find further details on my website. Thanks for listening.